Hi everyone, it's Nancy Wethington with you today, and I'm here to show you how I did the binding for a Button Farm book that uses both 49 and Market and Prima marketing papers. And this particular book has a different type of opening. It has a frame opening in the center that's done for this book exclusively by GSLcuts.com. Gina, who owns GSLC Cuts, cuts most of my frames and doodads for my books that I do with Button Farm Clubs. You can find this on her site. But the book and the directions and the papers are all a kit exclusive to the Button Farm. So let's get started. This is a lay flat binding, which I've done before with books. I'm in love with this binding. It's the one that I have been using exclusively on my latest books. And the reason why I love it is because it does allow your book to lay flat, which is nice. The pages open, even though they're stuffed with things, the pages lay flat. There's no, oh wait, I can't get into that page and see, oops, I can't open that. There's none of that with this type of binding. I've done a video with this binding before, but that particular video is done using wrapped pages, wrapped covers. And by that I mean, instead of cutting the paper, the decorative paper, flat with the same size as your book, it's wrapped. The paper on the outside cover is wrapped to the inside cover. And I didn't do that with this one. That's why I have to show you how to do this particular one, because these pages are cut even with the sides of the book. They are not wrapped. So let's get started. In your kit, and pardon my chipboard, but I'm using some really thin leftover chipboard that I had at home. Yours on the cover from GSL Cuts will be a whole lot thicker than this, but this will do the trick for show and tell. So you've got a cover. This will be your cover page when it's done. You have a spine and you have a back cover. The cover page on your book will already have this oval pre-cut from the book, but that's not going to make a difference how we do this binding. So just know that, just act like there's an oval cut out here. It's pretend time. Okay, so I've got my paper that I'm using for the for the spine of the book. And this paper is a 49 in Market. It's peach number 4, which will be in your directions. But again, you can use any kind of paper if you're using this binding on another book. I'm doing scoring this paper on the side of the paper that will not show. I want this to be on the inside of my spine, this plain side. So I'm going to score this at 1 inch, and let me just say, lightly score, 1 inch and at 4 inches, and I'm not digging in deep. I just want a light score. And then I'm going to fold the paper on the, it looks like I skipped here. Hang on one second. I'm sorry. I'll have to do this again. There we go. Score this on, well, wait a minute. I'm having an issue. There we go. All right, so you're going to score this at 1 inch and at 4 inches. This paper is 5 inches by 8 1/4. And this is going to fit, let me get rid of this. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of 3 things at once here, making sure I did this right. This is going to fit on your spine like this. Okay, these are wings we need to trim these wings down a little bit so that they don't show when we put our nice pretty paper on the inside. So what we're going to do is just cut a little bit of a triangle from the score mark to the edge of the paper. And you don't have to measure this, just a little bit will do. These are little areas. Now normally for my books I would go ahead and ink these edges just to make sure, but since this is a demo, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to glue this binding with lots of glue, and I use Art Glitter Glue, which is also Designer Dries Clear. It's like two different names in one, but this glue to me is just fabulous. I've been doing this for 35 years, and I've gone through all types of glue, and this is my absolute favorite. Yes, I've used red line tape. Yes, I've used the white double-sided tape. Now we're going to put this on the back side, what will be the back side. Line it up. Okay. And there you have it. Now, I might have to trim just a little bit. Let me re-stick this. So I didn't get it on straight enough. There we go. That's much better. Okay. Really glue it down here. Go in the center. Make sure that's glued down. I'm shaking the whole table. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is the outside. This is the inside. Now we're going to go and glue this spine to the front cover. And we're going to do that by butting the front cover up against the chipboard spine. And nothing's on the front cover at this point. This is step one. Lots of glue again. Don't be stingy with glue. I've had books fall apart before I started using this, and that was with tape and different glues, and I can't even imagine in 35 years how many glues I've been through. Okay, so now I've got my, oh, see, don't pay any attention to this. This is just because I used some leftover chipboard. Nice and straight. See how straight that is? You can't even see any paper through it, which is nice. And then we're going to do the same thing to the back cover. Here, I'll glue the messy side. But that back cover right up against the chipboard spine. Lots of glue. And while I'm gluing, I'll tell you that I have had so many really important books to me fall apart before I started using this glue. And it really upsets me because it was a lot of work. You know how much work we put into these. And to have them fall apart when it's something that was a keepsake is not good. Okay, so there you have it. That's what we have so far. The wings are on the inside, front and back cover. You have the inside of the spine cover, and we're ready to go with the rest of it. Easy peasy, huh? And if you want to do this with covering your pages, it's a different method that I used, but I do have a video on that. You can find it on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much. See you later.